All right, guys. One episode left. True Detective. As with all my other True Detective videos, if you haven't watched this, just watch it. Don't watch my video. I'm going to be going into spoilers. This one has a pretty big spoiler. Maybe, I don't know. But just don't watch it. Watch True Detective or, I don't know, figure it out. One episode left. True Detective After You've Gone review. This episode, I don't know. Last week I said that last week's episode, the show, when I'm talking about like weakest links, like I'm talking about on a scale of greatness. Like this show is amazing and everything about it is just amazing, but it's starting to become a little weak. Last week's episode I said was the weakest. I take that back. I think this episode's was the weakest. It's just straightforward now. It's lost something not being told across two time periods, for me anyways. The show is still amazing, the acting is still amazing, but there's just something lost, and it's just more straightforward, like, I don't know. Plus, this episode was so fucking short. Like, it started at the 8-minute mark, and it ended like 10 minutes before freaking it was even supposed to end. It was like maybe 35, 40 minutes long, which is weird for me. I don't know, I just... HBO. But yeah, this is again, it's like more of the calm before the storm. Martin and Cole have gotten back together. They talk about, in the beginning of the episode, they get back together at a bar, and they're just talking about why Cole needs Martin to kind of like help him solve this after all these years. And they're just talking about how Cole, what has Cole been doing? He's been out in Alaska, which is kind of, I don't know, it kind of takes a little bit of the mystery out of what he was doing, but he was just out in Alaska just living, which is kind of funny, fishing. But yeah, so he comes back. He needs him because these things have been cropping up, and all these murders are happening along the bayou and the coast. And they're all based around Tuttle's schools. So Marty reluctantly, it takes a little bit of convincing, and he decides to go back with Cole, just because of, you know, what he owes it to these people. You know, he like left the case, and he was the one that killed Reggie Ledoux, who could have been a big part to this. So they're investigating, and we finally find out what's in Cole's storage locker, which is, it's just like a giant, it's like an office, so all of the information on the case is in there, and Carcosa and the Yellow King and all of these murders that he's kind of like been, I guess, collecting. It's all the information's in there. And we also learned that he broke into Tuttle's house. He did not kill Tuttle, though. He broke into Tuttle's house and stole a bunch of pictures and videotapes of like more sacrifices and stuff like that, and rapes of like little children, to which he has a VHS and he plays, and Marty watches it, and we get to see his expression, which is pretty horrific. But yeah, so it's a little more straightforward. They then go to Childress, I think. I can't remember the guy's name. But he is now a sheriff of a parish, and Marty talks to him because they had been kind of buddy earlier about the girl that went missing down in the bayou in like the first or second episode. And they're talking, and they find out that he's lying, so Martin and Cole decide to kidnap him to see what information he has. So they kidnap him, and I think we'll get that in the next episode, but we'll see what they get out of him. We then switch over to the other two detectives, the two black detectives that have been a decent part of the story. I'm glad to seeing them get a little bit of screen time, but they're off searching for the church that Cole gave them. And they stop to ask for directions, and there's a man on a lawnmower who, if any of you guys know, or if you read online, what a lot of people have been kind of like forecasting, though, is that the lawnmower guy from episode 3 was the green-eared spaghetti monster, the one with all the scars. And we get a good look at his face now. He's shaven, and yes, he does have the scars, and we just end on that. And it's incredibly creepy. This episode, the ending was creepy, but in the last couple episodes, I'm kind of tired of having to wait till the end for something awesome to happen. Like I want it to be awesome all the way through. And this is the weakest episode. Again, I'm speaking on a scale of great. Like this is an amazing show, amazing. This is just a weak episode. I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give it an 8.8 because I just most of the episodes I was totally glued, but this one like I was looking at my phone and I wanted it to move along. I do hope, because next week is the last episode, I do hope they go out with a bang and it's not just like this straightforward. I hope they show us some really cool stuff. The little clip at the end of the show that like shows us what's coming up next was almost better than this entire episode. So give us an amazing ending to an amazing show. I'm sad to see it go. Yeah, True Detective. Follow me on Twitter. Also, well, yeah, Twitter's down below. Follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers, so do that. Also, fuck the Academy. Active Killing should have won. Pretentious assholes. I'll see you guys later.